Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I hope you're doing well. This is my first official YouTube video. I have been wanting to do YouTube for such a long time. There are so many YouTubers that have inspired me to do this. Some of the people that I watch are like Shane Dawson, Jack Meridew, Ricky Dillon, Connor Franta. The list goes on and on. There's just so many good YouTubers. And the reason that I want to do YouTube videos is because they have helped me through some really rough times in my own life. So yeah, that's pretty much, it's inspired me to do the same so that people like you that are watching can learn something new, and hopefully it helps you in some kind of way. That's the purpose, is to help improve your life in some kind of way. So with that in mind, I'm going to get right into today's video. Alright, so today, the first video that I'm going to talk about, I want to tell you 10 things about me that you probably don't know. So let's get started. Number one, I am 26 years old and I live in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming's a real place. A lot of people that I've talked to from other states, they are just really surprised by Wyoming, and like, not that it's like they know that it's real, a real place, but I guess more so the fact like there are people just like in any other state, you know, and we don't ride horses to school. Some people still think that we're like living in the dark ages, but we're not. We're just like any other town, any other state. So yeah. Alright, next thing, number two about me. I have a dog named Hazel and a cat named Milo. Hazel is a Border Collie Australian mix, and when I got her about 2 years ago, I was thinking, oh, I want a dog that's mellow and nice and, you know, just someone to keep me company. She is a hellion. Like, that's putting it lightly. She is the craziest dog I have ever been around. It is insane how much energy this dog has, and she keeps me young. That's true. Milo, my cat, he is a yellow cat, and he is just as obnoxious as Hazel. He likes to pick on our other animals, which is a pain in the butt. So I'm constantly having to herd the animals around our house because they just are crazy. Number three, the third thing about me. I have a brother. His name is Ron. He is 2 years older than me, and yeah, he's a good brother. We have a lot of fun together. Number four, my favorite number is the number 4. I thought it was appropriate to put that for number 4. The reason I like the number 4 is probably because it's my birth date, November 4th, and it's always just kind of been a lucky number for me, so that's pretty much all with that. Number 5, my favorite color is green. I don't really have a specific reason. I have just always really liked the color green. It's just a nice bright color and I love it. Number 6, my favorite season is summer. I could probably live somewhere where it is constantly warm, because that is my favorite thing about summer. I love to lay out in the sun and get tan, and just that whole season is just, it's a good time because we're off work and we can go camping and just lots of fun things to do in the summer, and that's really the only reason I like it, because you can do so much more. And living in Wyoming, if you've never been to Wyoming, we have some really brutal winters. So by the time summer rolls around, we are all so ready to break out the flip-flops and just have a good time in the sun. So, alright, number 7. One of my favorite things to do, probably my favorite thing to do, is going out to movies. I love going out to movies. Just watching movies for me is always a great escape, and for me that's the whole reason with movies. I like to get out of my head, and I like to just get lost in whatever's going on in the movies. And so some of my favorite movies are like Stardust, The Help, Harry Potter, of course, Maze Runner, Hunger Games, all those big franchise movies. I love those kind of movies the most. So number 8. I would consider myself an extroverted introvert, if you know what that is. So for me, I've always struggled a lot with anxiety, and going out for me has always just been a big struggle, because I just, being around people and getting out, it's hard for me, and the anxiety is just an element of that. And in future videos I'm going to talk a little bit more about anxiety and how I cope with it and what's helped me and what's made things worse for me. But yeah, so that's one of those things that I wanted you guys to know about me, is I struggle with anxiety, and being an extroverted introvert just makes that really tough, because I'm the type of person who would love to be an extrovert, who does a lot of things and goes out and, you know, is around people, because I like to be around people. You know, when I'm there, things are good, but you know, getting there is the struggle for me. So number 9, I am kind of a clean freak. I think that stems from when I was a kid. My brother and I used to share a room, and we had the messiest room. It was such a disaster. And back then, the disaster didn't really bother me. Like, the messes, it wasn't a problem. But our mom, she used to make us clean the room ever so often. So my brother was never a clean freak, ever. So whenever it came time to clean the room, he would get really distracted by our toys or finding things that are buried under piles of junk. So I would always have to try and keep him focused to get our room clean. But a lot of the time I would be the one who was like doing most of the cleaning while he was over there, like being distracted. So I just got in the habit of being a clean person and having an organized house, and I don't know, I prefer things to be organized and clean versus a mess. Alright, number 10, the last thing I want you guys to know about me. If you didn't notice, or you may have noticed, a lot of the YouTubers that I listed that I watch are members of the LGBT community, and the reason that I watch so many of them is because I too am gay, and so that's a big reason why I've wanted to start a YouTube channel, because you know, when I was coming out, it was a really tough time, and I went to YouTube, like so many YouTubers do. That they start out doing it this way, where they're looking up videos, trying to find how people come out and the experiences they've been through. And so that's kind of what got me interested in this, is I want to be somebody who you guys can look up to and look for videos that are discussing these type of issues. And I plan on doing a coming out story on like what my story was, and so yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, so I'm gay, and if that's a problem, then off you go. You don't have to stay here. But yeah, so yeah, that's 10 things about me, guys. So I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that you come back to my channel as often as possible. I'm gonna try and post new videos every week, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing it. So I hope you guys join in on the ride, and we have a lot of fun together. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you next time.